All right, all praise to Him, Shah. Double honors to those and apostles that were well. And salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth sincerity. Now I'm finna go ahead and press play on this little documentary. And this is Iran's water crisis, people and power. And basically what the the little documentary thing going into is, the tribulation that's going on in Iran. So I'm gonna play the first couple minutes of it.
Iran's water supplies are under threat, its reserves depleted by waste and inefficiency, once fertile lands now drained and barren. Innovative solutions are at last being applied, but will they be enough? We sent reporter Gallery Darabi from Al Jazeera's Earthrise series to find out.
It's hard to imagine life without water, but in the Middle East that's an increasingly troubling prospect. In this fragile region, water shortages have been linked to mass migration, drought, food shortages, and political instability. Here in Iran, years of stifling international sanctions have put pressure on an already deteriorating water management system. But as Iranians watch their precious bodies of water disappear and international restrictions ease,
Right, now as you can see, they going through hell over there in Iran. One, because of the sanctions, that's got them losing water. And then the drought that's going on, that's all spiritual, man. That's all in the scriptures. Hold on. Let me see if I can bring the scripture up. Oops, my bad. No, it was Luke 21. 21, yep. This is Luke chapter 21, verse 25. And it says, "And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves warring." Right. Now that perplexity is having, after one event happened to your country, you try to fix that. Another event happens, and then so on and so forth. Them sanctions is part of the perplexity that's going on up in Iran. Not only that, they having droughts also. But if you been doing a lot of research, Iran has been lacking also the necessary. That's because of the sanctions, the medicines and everything that they need for that nation. Not only that, they finna get ready and go into World War III, man. So it's really like all types of shit that's going on in these nations, and Iran specifically. Those are part of the signs. Because now they got to figure out how they're going to get water. You got people migrating.
there's a new understanding that in order to survive, change needs to happen.
That's one of their problems. They worshiping that false idol. You know, even though that idol was made for them, you got Jake over there with them, worshiping that nonsense, man.
Esfahan, the cultural heartbeat of central Iran. I'm here to meet global water expert Dr. Kaveh Madani. He's asked me to meet him along the Zayan Darud, the river which gave birth to this ancient city. Hi, Dr. Madani. This is not at all what I was expecting. What happened to the famous life giver, the Zayan Darud?
For the past few years, we have been seeing it like this. A few months of a flow every year, and the rest, this is what you got. It's officially a dead river.
These massive cracks that we're seeing in this once flowing 1,000-year-old river, this is a man-made problem?
Unfortunately, yes. I'm not saying that nature had no effect on this.
Right, because nature is really Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Those are part of signs and wonders, man.
We have exhausted the water upstream, and this is what we're left with.
What is the water upstream being used for?
Mostly agriculture. Nationally, we use more than 90% of the water in the ag sector.
Right, your agriculture is for your crops, to grow your crops and stuff, man. So if there's a shortage on water, there's a shortage on food.
That's common in the dry areas of the world where you want to produce food. Wherever you irrigate, you run out of water, and that's a general rule. This is really a symbol of what is happening at a larger scale, at a national scale in this country.
And what is happening?
So if you lose water, you have to go somewhere else for another resource to buy water, whether you build another plant to clean the water that you have, or you buy the water from somebody else. You know, that's part of the perplexity, plus on top of the sanctions, you know.
Right now.
Rivers and lakes are going dry one after another, we're losing wetlands. We are seeing land subsidence, we are seeing desertification, and declining groundwater levels, which is really sad. We have been determined to maximize our...
No, that's not sad, man. That's called signs and wonders from Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Let me see. All right, this is 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 5. It says, "Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away?" Those are plagues. May a man drive away a hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in the stubble when it hath begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? That's about the nuclear missiles ultimately. That's what the ending plague gonna be. It says, "The mighty Lord Yahweh, Bashim Shai, sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away?" Right? So Iran not gonna get up out that predicament that it's in. It's just gonna get worse. Hold on, I got one more. Let me see. 14, it says, "Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth." Right? Those are plagues, man. Verse 17, it says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days?" And that's how all these people feel, man. Verse 18, it says, "The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death." Best believe his famine is going on over there, man. "The beginning of wars," and we see war all the time, "and the powers shall stand in fear," right? "The beginning of evils," which is bad times. "What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendments," right? So this is supposed to get the people, get Israel woke, to do the laws, statutes, commandments, because the nations are going to fall, and go into slavery because of what they did to Israel. So these are our signs and stuff, man. But ain't nobody taking heed to it. So I'm going to stop it there, though. Yeah, these plagues and everything that's going on in that country, in that nation, it's happening because of what's in the Bible, because of what was done to the blacks, Latins, and Native Americans, according to the scriptures, man. So they're going to have to deal with that, and it's only going to get worse. But that's it for the lesson. Shalom.